Well, a big win for the Padres. They do something they haven't done all year. They beat the Mariners, and they remain a game back in the NL West, and they overcome adversity. I mean, from 5-0 up, Laureano hits the grand slam, to trailing, to then bouncing back, and kind of fittingly, the decisive run on a safety squeeze of all things. Not the grand slam, but the safety squeeze is what put the Padres over the edge, and then 4 scoreless from the bullpen after a shaky Jason Adam there in the 5th. So we're going to react to it all. John and Jim with you here on the wrap-up show. Make your way in and subscribe, all right? We're going to be with you for the next hour. We're going to be with you throughout this postseason chase, of course, as well. So make your way in and subscribe. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. We need your help. So please make your way in and subscribe. Smash the like button for us. You can follow us on X, at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell, SD. We appreciate the super chats. We see the 3 or 4 that have rolled in. We'll get to all of them here tonight. So if you want to support the channel, we appreciate that. Click the $ below the chat box. We'll get your comments on screen. You can control the direction of the conversation. If you want to become a member, I think it was Par 3's Club that got the kind of membership train started, and he's here with us tonight. You can click that join button down below. You get the custom emojis and the badges, and you can gift memberships as well. And we've got like 20 emojis for you right now for those that are members. So click that join button down below. It felt early like they'd cruise, and then Dylan Cease became Dylan Cease again. And Seattle scores 6 in the 5th, a crooked 6 spot in the 5th. But, Jim, the Padres respond, and then the bullpen after Adam was terrific, and they win game 2. They've got a chance to win this series on Wednesday afternoon.
That game was the definition of a roller coaster. That just like up and down and back and forth and stressful innings and, you know, cruising, and then all of a sudden you hit a bump in the road, and then all of a sudden you're trailing in the game, and then you answer right back. And you know, all that being said, it was such a massive win for them, because if they don't win this game, they're now 2 back of the Dodgers.
And what is everyone saying?
Fire everybody.
Right.
Right? I mean,
right.
Mike Schilt, thank goodness that they won this game, because the last 3 days, his bullpen decisions have all backfired on him. I mean, you could argue the points for both, but the reality is, like, the moves that he has made the last 3 days, I'm not saying that they're all bad moves. I'm just saying that they all backfired on him, right? Morgan yesterday, Estrada Sunday, and then Adam today. All of them. And thankfully, for guys like Gavin Sheets in the lineup and Ramon freaking Laureano, they end up getting, you know, a just massive win. And even Schultz said so post game, like, that is a big win. That's a big win for them.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. And I will say this, that after Adam allows the home run to Suarez,
yeah,
what Morahone, Mason Miller, Jeremiah Estrada, and Robert Suarez did was impressive against that lineup. I mean, that Seattle lineup is formidable. It's got to be one of the better lineups in baseball right now, specifically post-trade deadline. And they were 12-2 at home in their last 14 games. Like, this had the makings of a disaster. You cannot blow 5-run leads against anyone. I mean, you got to hold 5-run leads against the 27 Yankees when you're the Padres with this pitching staff. Listen, the Dylan Cease thing is crazy concerning. He can't even hold a 5-run lead, and he's still winless on the road, but you kind of live to see another day. And the stuff with the bullpen, we've made this point. You can't solely rely on them. Hence the fact that scoring 2 in the 6th and responding immediately was huge. Like, to put it all on the bullpen shoulders isn't fair. And the offense, to its credit, Jim, look at the way they're scoring. 6 runs yesterday in a loss. 7 runs today in a win. I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me. I need to look them up. I'm talking post All-Star break, before the trade deadline. The numbers are way up for the Padres with this offense. They're hitting for power. They've hit, 5 home runs in this series. So it's encouraging. The Cease thing is discouraging, but overall, I would say it's encouraging. You talked about this. They're about to get to the other side of their difficult stretch. And from here on out, the schedule lightens, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it or not. Now, it's tough tomorrow, Brian Wu. Swing game, chance to win a series. And we'll see how Yu Darvish pitches, but you feel you're right. I mean, if they lose this game today, the sky is completely, it's fall in. It's not falling, it's fall in. Everyone would tell me the division's over if they lost today. Everyone would have told me the division is over, but they win this game and they live to fight another day with 29 games to play in the regular season.
You know what's crazy is remember when they made all these moves at the deadline and we're talking about the bullpen and you're like, rarely are we going to see all 5 guys in a game. How many times have all 5 appeared in a game since the trade deadline? I want to say at least more than a handful of times.
No, it's not more than a handful. No way is it more than a handful.
But 4, 5? That's a big number.
I would say 3. Can someone look that up?
When all 5 appeared in the game at once?
There was one game that they went 10.
Okay.
So that to me doesn't count because
it counts.
I mean, not really. I mean, it wouldn't have happened unless the game went 10 because someone like blew a save or something.
Okay.
There's no way it's more than a handful, though, I don't think. And that was a huge number.
It feels like a good amount. It feels like more often than not.
Yeah, but it's based on necessity.
I know. And we didn't think that was going to happen. So it's just crazy how, much the bullpen is being used is my point, because the starters can't give you, go deep into games.
That's the problem. I mean, how is Dylan Cease cruising like that? And then he completely unravels, walks the number 9 hitter. I mean, that's some of that stuff. Like you can't even accept out of Dylan Cease.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. I mean, they needed him. I mean, you get 4+ innings out of a starter. Yesterday, their starter went 3 2/3 innings. So their starters in the series have gone, 3 2/3 and 4 1/3. They've averaged 4 innings in these 2 games. I mean, hopefully Darvish gives them some length tomorrow. You're still waiting on Michael King. You're relying heavily on Nick Pivetta. I still don't think this has been the Schilt plan. I think the Schilt plan is to get to the postseason with this bullpen rested or whatever that looks like. But you got to get to the postseason and you got to vie for this division, and they're using what they have. But I wouldn't imagine they want to do it as often as they've done it, but you got to win these games, I guess.
Absolutely. Tonight's a game that, they had to win, especially going up 5-0 there. You can't lose that game. And thankfully they won, and we're burying the lead. Ramon freaking Laureano, by far and away the best pickup at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Like for any team in baseball.
Find
me someone better than Ramon Laureano, and I'll argue with you forever, because Ramon Laureano has been incredible. I mean, this is a something that AJ Preller has been praying for at the deadline. Like, can I pick up a bat that actually comes in and produces right away? It's funny that Darnay had that tweet earlier before the trade deadline of all the bats that AJ Preller has acquired at the deadline over his tenure as GM. And that year, I'm not talking about overall, because Soto had a really, really good 2023, but 2022, Soto was awful in the second half, and no bat that he's picked up at the deadline has produced at all in that season until now. Ramon Laureano has been incredible. He's been their best player. Like, it's not even close. I mean, these numbers, John, are insane. In 24 games with the Padres, he's hitting .330 with a 1,004 OPS, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs, 20 RBIs. Like,
20
what?
RBIs, geez.
20 RBIs, 6 home runs, 4 doubles, 2 triples, and he plays exceptional defense in the outfield.
And not to be lost in that conversation, all the credit to Laureano. Ryan O'Hearn has been very productive for this team. You talk about a guy. Yeah. If you told me Laureano never came here and they got O'Hearn, I'd be like, O'Hearn's been a productive piece. He would have gotten, AJ Preller would have gotten credit alone for Ryan O'Hearn, but he hasn't done anything to replicate the numbers of Ramon Laureano, who has become their best offensive weapon. And you just hope he can ride that out. I mean, the guy's been a terrific hitter this year. I think there's reasons to believe it's going to continue. I saw the petition to move him up in the lineup. It'll be interesting to see where he bats once the postseason begins. What is their optimal lineup, and where is Ramon Laureano in it? Obviously, everything is working out swimmingly. A little like Jackson Merrill last year for most of the year, batting 7th in their lineup. But could you make the case for him to bat closer towards the top? Of course you could, but wherever they've elected to use him, it's obviously worked out perfectly. And because of that, I am not rushing to make any type of change with the Ramon Laureano because everything has worked out well wherever they've batted him in this order so far.
Yeah, I you brought up Jackson Merrill. I want to look at something real quick because what Ramon Laureano is doing in August feels very similar to what Jackson Merrill did last year in August for the Padres. Yeah, I mean, last year in August, Jackson Merrill. I mean, this is crazy. Jackson Merrill in August last year, John. In 27 games, he had 5 doubles, 3 triples, 7 home runs, 23 RBIs. He hit .303 with a .969 OPS.
Jeez. It's insane.
So the production that you got from Jackson Merrill last year in August is the exact same and probably better that you're getting this year from Ramon Laureano. And that's what this team desperately needed from Jackson Merrill, who was not giving it to them. And step in Ramon Laureano, and boom, there's the production that you've been looking for in this lineup. Because they've been desperately searching for that secondary big-time bat to complement Manny Machado. Now, Machado struggled, this month, and he's not having a good August. But in turn, Ramon Laureano has carried the weight. And then, like you said, O'Hearn has been just very solid. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs with an 33 OPS here in August for the Padres. Gavin Sheets has really stepped up for this team. And yeah, dude, Ramon Laureano, man, the pickup of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just look at this. I mean, since August 1st, run score for the Padres. I'll just pick out some numbers. I mean, listen to this. Since August 1st, these are just some random games, but listen to how often it happens. 5, 7, 10, 5, 6, 5, 11, 5, 8, 8, 5, 6, 7. That's all in August. Yeah. This offense is vastly improved. Doesn't mean every night they're going to do it, but this offense is vastly improved. Why? They made wholesale changes. You change over 3/9 of a lineup, for me, it's a part of this, but it's all about, obviously, Laureano and O'Hearn. You change over the lineup like that. You get Gavin Sheets in there, the way he's produced. He had arguably the biggest hit of the night for the Padres, obviously, down the right field line, trailing 6-5 there in the 6th inning. And this lineup looks completely different because the names are different. We weren't seeing a lot of Sheets. We didn't even know who Laureano or O'Hearn were, basically, at the end of July. We didn't know they'd be in a Padres uniform is the point. Freddie Fermin. I mean, it just looks completely different. All right, there's 600 people here live. Take a moment, please, and subscribe. All right, please subscribe to this channel and smash the like button, and thank you for the super chats. We'll get to all of them here tonight. Great come-from-behind win for the Padres tonight in Seattle. Their first win over the Mariners. This year, they win at 7-6. Let's get to these super chats. Click the $ below the chat box. We'll get to all of them. Our buddy Par 3's Club is with us tonight. We appreciate you, man. He's a member, and he supports with the super chat. He says, great game today. Broke the Mariner curse. LFGSD, we had talked about it, Jim. They had struggled mightily against Seattle. That probably puts it too lightly. They were 0-4 this year, and with Eddie Vedder in the building, the Padres beat the Mariners in Seattle.
Maybe that was the problem. Eddie Vedder just needed to be there.
Yeah, he's got to go to all the games moving forward.
One thing is, I feel like what we talked about last night on the wrap-up show with how they were 0 for 27 with runners in scoring position this year against the Mariners.
That's right.
Well, tonight, that ended quickly in the first inning, and instead they went 4 for 11 tonight with runners in scoring position. Pretty good.
Xander, by the way, all 5 first-inning runs with 2 outs.
It's great.
Against Luis Castillo.
I know.
And it starts with Bogarts.
Right.
All 5 first-inning runs. And by the way, the Laureano home run and 1-2 pitch. Yep. I mean, you can't dream a better start in clutch spots than Bogarts, Laureano, the big hit, clearly, but with 2 outs and 2 strikes in Laureano. I mean, again, the difference between winning and losing is right there in the first inning. Brandon, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super. He says, what are your bullpen power rankings? Morahone number 1, in my opinion. I think a lot of people probably feel that way.
What's your power ranking? Give me your power
based
ranking.
on the day. I'll go Morahone 1. This is where it gets kind of tricky because we've watched. Hold on. With Adam, Estrada, Suarez, who's the 5th?
Miller.
I go Morahone 1. I'd go Miller 2. I'd go Suarez. I'd go Adam 3, even with tonight. I'd go Suarez 4. I'd go Estrada 5. There it is, off the cuff.
That's exactly mine as well.
Is that, yeah.
Yeah.
Tough, they're all
Morahone
good.
1. Morahone 1. Miller 2. Adam 3. Suarez 4. Estrada 5.
And it's not a knock, honestly, on Estrada. They're all good. They're all capable. We saw Estrada be very good tonight.
Mhm.
We saw Adam be not good tonight, but they're all capable.
I just like, even if Adam got out of the inning today and didn't give up the 3-run homer there, I just stuff wise, like, man, Mason Miller's been impressive. Now he does get a little shaky there, and he can walk some guys, but I mean, at the end of the day, when you have that nasty slider with that 103,
filthy,
like, there's a reason why you look at his numbers with the Padres so far, and they're pretty damn good. Now he did give up, that home run in his first appearance with the Padres. But this is what he's done in a Padres uniform so far. Let me pull this up here. So in a Padres uniform, he's appeared in 10 games, 10 innings pitched. He has 18 strikeouts, 5 walks. Opponents are hitting 182 off him, and he has a 1.80 ERA.
That's why he's here, because he's going to be pitching in crazy leverage spots in the postseason as long as you're in the postseason.
He's allowed only 6 hits in 10 innings, struck out 18 in 10 innings.
Yeah, think about that. 10 innings is 30 outs. 18 of his 30 outs are via the strikeout. 18 and 10 is 20 and 10 is 18 strikeouts per every 9. I mean, he's at 16 strikeouts per every 9 innings. It doesn't really get better than that in the history of the sport.
Right.
Doesn't really get much better than that. Jeff, appreciate you, man. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the membership. He says, Arise's second half Maldonado. Please no more at 2 spot. He was 0 for tonight, wasn't he?
0 for 5, yeah.
0 for 5. That's against right-handed pitching starter. He certainly doesn't have to be batting second. He certainly doesn't need to play against left-handed pitching. I know tonight was a right-handed starter. I don't know. I think he's in there tomorrow against a right-handed starter. It's the story that kind of doesn't end here. Luis Ariz in the second half.
Yeah, he's had a down year. Like, that's saying it lightly, by the way. He's for his standards at the plate, like, when you're a 320 career hitter and you're dipping in like the 270 range potentially, that's a really bad season for you.
Right. I mean, it's a great point. It's like if Manny Machado is a career 280 hitter, hit 230. Right. I mean, that's whoa. Machado's at 230. Like, that's not something you're familiar with seeing. It's a good point. Stereo Choir says, thank you, man, for the super chat. It says, Brian Wu is my cousin-in-law.
Huh.
So tomorrow's game is going to be a stressor, LOL. Well, here's the thing. He's going to be your cousin-in-law regardless of whether he wins or loses tomorrow. So just root for the Padres.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to change your relationship, I don't think. So you can root for the Padres. He'll understand. He understands. It's how sports work.
It's fine. It's okay.
Wise Modern Dad, thank you, man, for the super chat. He says, imagine chat tonight if Padres didn't hold on. Oh, my
gosh.
Every fly ball by the Mariners in 7, 8, 9 stressed me out 100%. I mean, how about Arozarena in the 9th? I thought he got a hold of that ball. It didn't even make the warning track. Cal Raleigh down the left field line. You're hoping there's not carry on that thing. The guy's hit 50 home runs. The ball that was ripped to right down the game that Tatis caught. That for Tatis is an easy play, but that thing was hit at least 100 miles per hour.
Why is that place a bandbox right now?
They said maybe weather because you know you don't get a lot of hot nights in Seattle. Maybe
like
for a month.
The last 2 nights.
Right, and it's not always open, depending on weather. It's a cavernous center, is what I would say. Like, it appears to be a cavernous center, but yeah, I mean, the balls have traveled out. I would imagine it happens again tomorrow, with it being a day game. I would think there's a chance for offense, but you're right. I mean, these 2 games have seen 1 million combined home runs, between the Mariners and the Padres. Good lineups too. I mean, lineups that have improved here since the deadline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, the lineups are definitely improved for sure.
I mean, Seattle specifically. I mean, I look at Naylor, I look at Suarez, I look at Julio Rodriguez, the way he's playing right now. I mean, I love Seattle's lineup. I really do.
Dude, Seattle, I mean, just real quick. I mean, Arozarena, Raleigh, Rodriguez, Naylor, Suarez, like, what?
It's your top 5, yeah.
Holy shit. You got 2 guys there with You got one with 50 home runs on the season, one with 40 home runs in the season overall, not with the Mariners. You got two other guys with 25 plus. And you got Josh Naylor, who has been, not bad at the plate either. He's got 16 home runs on the season. He'd be like second on the Padres. It's like, dude, it's crazy.
It is crazy. And Josh Naylor's one of those guys that, he had 30 plus last year. So you have 5 guys that are capable of being like that 30 plus home run hitter. I mean, that's a very good, impressive lineup, specifically when you think about the ballpark. It's like Petco. It's not known for offense, that ballpark, yet they're producing with their offense. Hendrick, thank you, man. He says Slam Diego combines with Sack Diego to seal the win. That is kind of interesting. Not sure how many short starts the Pen can cover for right now. Huge win to stay one back, LFGSD. See if Darvish can pick up the rotation tomorrow in that day game. But, yeah, I do think they're asking for trouble. I mean, Sears 3 2/3 innings. Cease 4 1/3 innings. King's going to be back at some point, Jim, in the next 10 days. He's not going to be going 6 innings in that outing. For example, he might not be going 5 innings in that outing. So you're asking your bullpen to cover more outs than the starter in this series, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. You've asked your bullpen to cover more outs than your starters in the series. That will absolutely be the case in the postseason. I promise you of that.
Yep.
You just got to get to the postseason healthy with your bullpen. You don't want to overtax your bullpen. I think by and large they're fine with where they are with their bullpen, but this shouldn't be the strategy over the next 29 games, in my opinion, because you're setting yourself up for failure and overtaxing.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor Hoffman told us, look, the bullpen's great. It's a bag of riches, but you have to also make sure that they're ready to go for the postseason. They don't tax themselves out here in September to win a division or, get the 4 seed, whatever, right? They got to be ready to go in the postseason because you're right. They're going to be pitching a lot. Depending on how Mike Shildt manages this thing, if he's has a quick trigger or not. I mean, he's shown that he does not have a quick trigger with the bullpen. How is his strategy going to be in the postseason? I think that's going to be a huge thing to watch with how Mike Shildt manages the bullpen and how reactionary he's going to be to things in a game.
Even today, right? I mean, there's the 3-run homer, and Cease stays out there.
Yeah.
And then he walks the next batter, and now all of a sudden the tying run is at the plate. And then later in the inning, Adam allows the 3-run home run, and the Mariners a 6-run inning against Cease and Adam. That's unbelievable. They had a 5-run inning yesterday, Seattle. So they're a fully capable lineup, obviously. G-Rock and 80, thank you, man, for the super chat and the membership. He says, Slug is here because Sheets, O'Hearn, Ramon. What happens when Merrill comes back? We've spent some time on this over the last day. We have a great lineup who can slug now. Arise needs to sit, in my opinion.
It's not sitting.
The lineup, it is a fair point, Jim. Merrill's coming back this weekend, let's say. Let's say it's Sunday. Let's say it's Saturday. Who cares? Whatever day. He's coming back to play and start, obviously. I do wonder what type of impact that has on the overall success right now of this group, and does it set you back a little bit in the short term or medium term or long term if he can't replicate the numbers that you're getting elsewhere?
I mean, yeah, you look at what Gavin Sheets has done in the month of August, 36 at bats. He's hitting .333 with a 1,150 OPS.
That's solid, right?
6 doubles, 3 homers, 5 RBIs. Now, is that sustainable through the month of September? I mean, I don't know. But as of right now, they don't have that problem because Jackson Merrill's not close to returning. So we'll see what happens in a week or two when Merrill likely returns. And if Gavin Sheets is still playing this way and Arise is still playing this way, then I think that conversation has to be had in an organization, and you have to look at what's best for the team. And what's best for the team is to turn Luis Arise into a platoon player and probably a bench guy. That's what you'd have to do if when Merrill returns and the guys that are in the lineup right now that are in there are still producing. The best lineup is, I think, without Luis Arise. I agree.
And I would agree with that as well. And by the way, I think Merrill's coming back way sooner than a week or two. Okay, I think he wants to. I think when he's eligible to come off, they'll consider activating him. They put him on I will see. I mean, Kevin reported it could be Saturday or Sunday. So this could be a conversation we're having next series.
And by the way, if you sat Luis Ariz and you put in, Jackson Merrill, it's a very easy move. You put O'Hearn at first base. You have Sheets as your DH, Laureano in left, and then Merrill in center. And then when you're looking at the lineup, right, everyone's like, oh, move Ramon Laureano up to the 2-hole. Okay. I mean, you can maybe put Jackson Merrill in the 2-hole and have Tatis, Merrill, Machado, and then still keep the bottom of the lineup, because right now, where Laureano is at, he is a massive, massive problem when you get to the bottom of the order. Pitchers usually think, oh, bottom of the order, we're good. But right now, Laureano and Cronenworth's been playing really good, and Sheets, Fermin is not the black hole like Martin Maldonado was. And so, maybe that's their best lineup. I don't know.
It's a great point. It's a really good point. It'll be fascinating to see how it plays out in the days ahead, and it could literally be just days ahead. Padres Payne, thank you, man, for the super chat. He says, feels like that week earlier in the year when each reliever was taking their turn shitting the bed. Glad we rallied. Move Arise, good God. Yeah, there was the week in May. I mean, there was an awful week from their bullpen. That's a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Because it's been 4 months. But it's fair, and these are human beings, and they're not going to be perfect for 162. They've been damn good. I mean, their bullpen numbers still stack up, I'm sure, really favorably with the rest of baseball. So, again, I like my chances with this bullpen. And it is nice to win a game where you have a situation like what happened today with Jason Adam after not winning on Sunday and Monday. Mm-hmm. And hopefully, Jim, that they're just getting it out of their system, so to speak. And this isn't something that's going to be occurring down the road, but they've been good. But there have been some blips in there. May is a great example. The last 3 days are an example as well. The schedule will lighten up. I think it gives the bullpen a chance to be more successful against some of the teams they're going to be playing until the postseason. I'm not overly concerned, but it's certainly been playing out in front of our eyes.
It's funny on the broadcast, when they brought in Jason Adam, they put on the consecutive scoreless innings for him. And they showed his numbers, and you're like, oh, shit, right? Here comes the jinx.
Well, how about Dylan Cease? Hey, look, it's his bobblehead, a no-hit bobblehead. Have you ever seen a no-hit bobblehead? He allows his first hit.
3-run homer.
He had a lot of hit.
I know.
Next bat, while they talked about it, he allowed a hit.
Yeah, and the bullpen tonight, while Jason Adam did give up a 3-run homer, could not stop throwing sliders over the plate to Suarez, just asking for him to just hit a 400-foot bomb. Morahone, Miller, Estrada, Suarez, 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits. That's pretty dominant.
Yeah, very dominant. Completely agree. Patman 0074, thank you, man. He says, Jim, it's the way he puts it out, Jim, it's Laureano, not Liriano. Jeez, dude. I think it's actually Laureano.
Laureano? No.
Start calling him Laureano. It's his new name.
Ramon Laureano.
Laureano.
Laureano. Ramon Laureano. That's what Mud calls him.
Laureano, right?
Yeah, here, hold on. Here we go. Ready? I'll go to here to his home run and hear what Don calls him, okay? It's not Laureano. I can tell you that. All right, hold on. Where is it? Coming
in. And a fly ball lifted to left field. To Rosarena going back to the warning track. He's at the wall. It is gone! Ramon Laureano plays in.
Laureano.
Yep, Ramon Laureano.
Yeah,
correct.
So don't stop with the pronunciation. It's Ramon Laureano.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about Jim here. Everyone relax.
Yeah, give me a break.
All right, we're going to get back to this conversation, guys. Please subscribe here on Content For You. Smash the like button for us and support our partners. We can't do this without your support. We can't do this without the support of our partners. Mark Nimitz, as many of you know, has been with us since literally day one of the wrap-up show on YouTube. If you have an insurance need, trust us. He will be there for you. I've got homeowners, life, and earthquake insurance, 3 policies through Mark. He does auto as well. Whatever you need, he's going to hook you up. Auto, home, renter's life, earthquake, whatever it is, let Mark take care of you. He's going to save you time. He's going to save you money. I had to file a claim. He saved us so much time and money. If you ever need him, he's got great service and communication. He's a diehard Padres fan. He is a native San Diegan, and you get free quotes by clicking the link in the description down below or call Mark. I promise you this. He will talk to you about the Padres. He will talk to you about saving money on your insurance as well. So if you support this channel, the next time you have a renewal, before you renew, get in contact with Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information is on that ticker below. Nimitz at farmersagent.com. And you reach out to Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap Up Show sent you.
Let's get back to it. Padres over the Mariners in Seattle in game 276, a back and forth affair. Chucky, appreciate you with the super chat. Guys, please subscribe and thank you for the supers. Click the $ below the chat box. He says, probably won't happen, but when Merrill comes back, Arise needs to come out of the lineup as much, if not more, well, definitely more than O'Hearn and Sheets based on their play right now. Jim just gave it the Sheets numbers. Yeah. And O'Hearn's been very productive. So, I mean, if it's based on what's been earned, Arise would be the odd man out in that scenario.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a potentially tough conversation and a tough decision to make if, Arise continues to play like this at the plate. Because defensively, you're not losing anything with O'Hearn at first. Mm-hmm. If anything, you might be upgrading at first.
Right.
So I'm not worried about that. It's what he does at the plate. And, we talked about this last year when he played well for the Padres, and he probably would have been better if he didn't hurt his thumb. That if he is not going to hit for a high average, he's not valuable. Like, his greatest strength is 1, high average, 2, never strikes out. But if he's not hitting for a high average, there's like no value there to him, unfortunately. So you got to make a decision here if it continues. And you hope, I know Schulte is just praying that in September he gets hot, because I know he does not want to do that and have that conversation. To Luis Arise, who is a 3-time batting champion and a multiple-time All-Star, and right now he's having the worst year of his career.
I mean, he has fallen off a cliff. Just looking at the last 15, 194 with a 502 OPS in his last 15 games. Like, his OPS for the year is 706. His on-base percentage, this is the damning part, his on-base percentage is 317. Holy crap. His on-base percentage is lower than his career batting average. That's horrific. So he just cannot reach other than via the base hit. And the problem is he can't reach via the base hit. Therefore, he has no value. None. When that's happening. When that's happening. Now, he has value when he's Mr. 3-hit Luis Arise, which he's actually been at times this year. But, when he doesn't have a night like that, he is a problem in your lineup. He really is. He weighs you down, so to speak. Jay, thank you, man. He says Arise needs to hit 9th. For God's sake. I mean, yeah, if nothing else, you could drop him so far down if you really wanted to. If you wanted to bat him 9th, you absolutely could. Mm-hmm. I don't think he should be playing against left-handed starting. The more we talk about this, there's no world where he should be starting against a lefty. Against a righty, you could make a more compelling case for it, but I think it is time to probably drop him in the lineup. Not because they're losing with him in there, because they could be more productive potentially with him either on the bench or with him lower in the lineup would be my theory on it.
Like, I think if they took him out of the lineup when Merrill got back, or if they eventually take him out of the lineup in the middle of September, there's a strong possibility that when Mike Schultz asked about it, he might cry talking about having to do that. Like, I'm serious. He might legitimately be on the verge of tears because of how he's talked about Luis Arise and how much he just loves his players. Like, think about that. He might cry.
I mean, that's crazy. Well, we're all crying watching it every night. I mean,
that is true.
It hasn't been great. This lineup's been really good, and it's been in spite of Luis Arise. Bolt fam, thank you, dude. He says Merrill needs to be a backup right now. It's not going to happen. To prove his worth in key situations like Sheets, Cease can't pitch in postseason to win the World Series. Now, I tend to agree with the second point on Cease. Now, the first point, I don't think you shouldn't lose your job because you were hurt. And he's not going to lose his job because he was hurt. He's 22, signed not a lifetime deal, but a first half of career deal in San Diego. They paid him however many figures that is, the deal they just paid him. Yeah. How could you even consider it? How could you have that? Who on earth would have that conversation with him? Not to mention, Jim just gave you his numbers from last August. That's only 1 year ago. So I don't think there's any world in hell that Jackson Merrill isn't playing every day from the day he's healthy until the postseason ends for the San Diego Padres, even if the wheels completely fell off for him, which I don't expect. I think he can normally keep it together even when things aren't going perfectly. But I don't see a world where he's not playing every day. Do you?
No, I don't. The only, because here's the thing. All right. If, Mike Schilt, say he has to bench one, okay? Yeah. And he has to pick one.
Okay.
He can't say no to, he can't be like, no, I'm not doing that. He has to pick one. All right. It's a clear, easy decision. It's Arise, not because he is the way he's performing this year. I mean, that has a lot to do with it, but also he's gone after this year. He's gone in 2 months. That relationship, if you break it and it's ruined because you bench the guy, sorry, you don't have to worry about it anymore next season. Jackson Merrill, on the other hand, you bench Jackson Merrill, dude's going to be here for the long haul, And now Jackson Merrill, he's a gamer, and he would probably just be like, oh, team player. But there's no doubt he'd be pissed off. And he's also not a guy that's been like a 10-year vet, so he doesn't really have that leg to stand on. But still, you get my point of like, Arise is gone after this season, So you don't have to worry about that. Merrill's here for the long haul. And by the way, still, if that weren't the case, the move is still Arise, you're benched, Merrill in the lineup.
I mean, the more we talk about it, who cares if Arise is on your bench for the last 29 games plus postseason, and he's a nice bench option because of bat on ball, move runners. He's been good. He's been great with RISP in his career, great with runners in scoring position. He's capable of coming through, obviously. He's not, it's not like he's going to hit 200 for the year. So he's a compelling possibility off your bench. And we're talking, to your point, about 29 games, and you have better options. You're not sitting him for the year, and he's not going to sit for 29 games. But again, I think you could make the argument where he could be coming off your bench more often than he has been, obviously, this year. Dylan, thank you, man, for the super chat, guys. Please subscribe here on content for Padres and baseball fans. And thank you for the supers. Click the $ below the chat box as the Padres win again. 7-6 in Seattle. He says, put Cease in the pen and make a super pen. I don't think that really helps the pen. Maybe, because he's good first time through, you're saying? He gets a lot of swings and misses. I mean, could Dylan Cease be in the pen in a 3-game wild card series? I don't know. He's a bit of. I mean, are you gonna trust him? No. Are you gonna trust him to do that?
Before the trade deadline, I remember saying, like, "Hey, turn him into keep him and see what you got, but maybe in the postseason turn him into a bullpen piece." But that was before they got Mason Miller. Now there's really no spot in the bullpen for him.
He's like the 7th option behind Morgan.
Right. And yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I mean, it's in theory, it's like, oh, turn him into like a Tim Lincecum, right? Have him go max effort for like 2 innings.
Sounds good.
You know? But they have so many bullpen arms already. And what if in a postseason game in the 6th inning or the 5th inning, instead of going to Estrada or Morahone or Adam, they go to Dylan Cease.
And he goes walk, homer.
Exactly.
Which he's done this year.
Yeah.
A number. I mean, look at the home runs he's allowed this year. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get back to this conversation in a moment. We do want to remind you about our friends over at Lucky Box Mystery Vending. Make sure to use our promo code the next time you're in front of a Lucky Box. The promo code is Padres, all lowercase, right? Just put the word Padres in there. You're getting $5 off. Amazing product where you can get a mystery sports card or a mystery autographed jersey or a mystery Pokemon card. We came across a number of machines in Las Vegas. Downtown, we hit it up. I put the credit card up against the machine. 30 seconds later, I had this Fernando Tatis Jr. Auto 10 from Bowman. this can be you as well. The next time you're at a Lucky Box, you can find all the locations, by the way, by clicking the link in the description down below, or go to luckyboxvending.com. But they have so many cool products. Fernando Tatis Jr. auto cards. They have signed cleats from Tati. They have signed auto cards from Lionel Messi. They've got signed jerseys from Patrick Mahomes and others. So the next time you're anywhere near one, whether it's Vegas, they're coming to Southern California, use our promo code Padres and make sure to take advantage and let us know what you come away with.
Yeah, and become a Golden Ticket Club member, exclusive loyalty program to get insider perks, early location drops, and opportunities to win exclusive giveaways like signed memorabilia. All you got to do is sign up at luckyboxvending.com. It's free of charge. All you got to do is enter your email and your phone number, and boom, there you go. You get insider perks, early location drops, and exclusive giveaway opportunities. Just go to luckyboxvending.com or scan a QR code at any Lucky Box vending machine in the country.
Let's get back to it. We appreciate you guys subscribing. Thank you for the supers. Padres over the Mariners 7-6. We get back to the supers. Mr. B, thank you, man, for the membership in the super chat. He says, thoughts on Alec Jacob coming up and Sears being sent down to AAA. I just think it's based on getting a fresh arm, especially when you're coming off a game in which your starter went 3 2/3 innings. And now today, your starter went 4 1/3 innings. There's a scenario where you need cover.
Yep.
Because you're up big, down big. You just have to have that as a possibility if necessary. So I think it's more a move because of like need, considering circumstance. You're playing a lot of games without off days here recently, and JP Sears is not going to pitch for you for the next 4 or 5 days. And now it's going to be more than that with him being sent out. And Alec Jacob is a fresher arm than JP Sears.
Yeah, Alec Jacob is used if the Padres are down 7-1 or up 7-1.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Because you don't want to use your main guys. And they've pitched Yuki a lot, and they pitched Wandy Peralta a lot. So it's like, hey, if we're up 7-1, let's just give our main guys and everybody a night off. And Alec Jacob can cover like 3 innings, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it is, Mr. B. So that's how the nature of a long season is, when you have those yo-yo fifth starters like the Padres have had this year. The Vasquez is, the Sears is, the whomever else is. This is part of the equation that when they go down, relievers oftentimes come up. Wes, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super. He says he just named his firstborn son Laureano.
Perfect.
Honestly, that's pretty cool if true, even if it's not true.
Buy him a number 5 Padres jersey.
Seriously, like Jim.
My jersey's in the cart. It may have been purchased recently.
May is the key word.
Stay tuned.
Stay very tuned. Zachary, appreciate you, man. He says Padres breaking Woo's 6+ inning streak tomorrow. You know the streak?
I don't know the streak, but I guess there's a streak.
Every game this year.
Every game this year.
How about 25 straight?
Oh.
Just 25 consecutive starts of 6+ innings. Just, I don't know, 160 innings in August. Just that.
He's 11-7 with a 2.94. Jeez.
With 0.94 whip. With that many innings.
Strikeouts and 159 innings pitched. Man, this guy's 25 years old. Stud.
I almost need to look at his game logs now from 2024. He's gone 25 straight this year. His last outing last year, he went 5 innings. So it started this year, 25 consecutive outings of 6 or more innings for the ultra consistent Brian Wu. Can the Padres snap that streak with their offense, the way it's performing? It's at least possible. We'll see if that happens tomorrow or not.
It's crazy that he's pitched at least 6 innings every start, but he hasn't pitched more than 7 1/3 innings all year long.
Right. No complete games in there. Good point. Yep.
So like they aren't letting him go like into the 8th or he's gone in the 8th. What?
One time, too?
One. I don't know, because some of them are like 7 innings, so he might have gotten the 8th.
Yeah, you don't know if it's 7+. Yeah.
Out. But he hasn't completed 8 innings. He hasn't. The most he's got is 7 1/3. And man, what a season, dude!
This season's ridiculous.
His ERA isn't like crazy good, but in August he's 3-1 with a 2.08 ERA in 4 starts.
Wow. Yeah, he's been terrific. I mean, beating him to win a series on the road is doing work. Like, you talk about building confidence. You go beat Brian Wu in Seattle to win a series, or you knock him out in less than 6 innings. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Then your offense has the ultimate confidence. heading into that stretch run and the month of September. Bolt fam, thank you, man, for the super. He says the record. Okay, this is interesting, Jim. The record with Merrill is awful compared to without.
All right.
Really?
Well, what's his record?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how to look this up.
I kind of do. Isn't it in here? In game logs? I think in game logs. 2025 game logs. Does it have their record? Let's see. 50-41.
Without him?
With them.
Oh, with him.
That's not bad. That's
So 50-41, and they're 75-58.
What is it?
They're 75-58 overall.
So that means 25 wins, and they're 25-17 without him. Okay, it's a better winning percentage, but it's not like they're like 30-9 without him.
Right.
No, I mean there are 9 games over 500. Jackson Merrill. That's not bad at all in a half season.
Yeah, it's fine. It actually, that's pretty even, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not like egregious or overly telling. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, listen, Merrill's a huge piece of their future. We're talking about their like a cornerstone.
Right.
It's not just like a guy. Like some would have argued the day he signed that deal, Jim, he's the guy.
One of the guys, yeah.
One of the guys. I mean, he's your young core. He's your, like as Machado, Bogarts age out, Toddy, Merrill carry you into like the next, version of the San Diego Padres. I think I mean, I don't know what to tell people about Jackson Merrill other than we were under the impression that he would take a step back in 2025. Like the projections told you that he was likely to take a step back. Now, maybe he's taken too big of a step back. Some of it's not his fault. I think the injuries is hard to pin on him. The concussion is hard to pin on him.
Yeah.
And the productivity is almost to be expected for a second-year player. He's become more of a focal point, I'm sure, of game plans, and it's hard to replicate in the major leagues. He's 22 years of age. Let's see what he does next year as a 23-year-old and how he bounces back from this. That'll be most curious with.
Oh, yeah. It's what he does the next year, because you got the crazy good rookie season, the disappointing sophomore slump. All right, you've gone through it all. How do you respond and get back to, the player closer to the player you were in your rookie year than the player you were in your second season?
Yeah, 100%. And man, we can get back to this in a second after SeatGeek, but I look at the bottom of this lineup tonight with Laureano, Cronenworth, Fermin, and the impactful moments those three had in this win. And it's basically, it is the reason why the Padres won this game. All right, let's get back to this in a moment. Do want to remind you about our friends over at SeatGeek. They've got a terrific offer going on for you right now over at SeatGeek. If you use our promo code, which is PADSWRAP, that's PADSWRAP, you're going to get $20 off your first order of $50 or more with promo code PADSWRAP. You heard me right. $20 off your first purchase with promo code PADSWRAP. Just click that link in the description, download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. And we do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek. And again, the Padres are back home to take on the Orioles on the 1st of September. So just a few days away, and you can get in for relatively cheap, $34 in the 300 level, and that includes fees. And again, 2 tickets times 34, 68. Take $20 off. You're in the building for $48 for 2 with fees. So take advantage of the offer and click that link in the description down below.
Yeah, SeatGeek's MLB's official ticket marketplace. Your tickets, they're fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled in your account after purchase. All you got to do is use our promo code when checking out PADSWRAP, PADSWRAP, for $20 off. Tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your very first purchase with our promo code PADSWRAP, PADSWRAP.
I mean, they did, Tyrod, because we literally had the inventor of the zip projections, Dan Szymborski, with us, and he told us before the year Merrill is likely to take a step back in 2025, or it would not be surprising. So I don't have the projections in front of me. Maybe you do, but Merrill didn't underperform his expected stats last year.
Yeah, outperformed.
You say Merrill underperformed his expected stats last year, John. No, he didn't. He overperformed his expected stats last year, and he's underperforming. He's still probably underperforming his expected stats from this year, but it's not like he's fallen off the cliff and has a 589 OPS. He's still a 700 OPS player. He's taken a significant step back, but I think a lot of people would have told you it was expected.
Yeah, he overperformed last year and he underperformed this year, unless he has a
Yeah.
crazy good September.
Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he does. Bolt fam, thank you, dude. He says a huge Merrill fan. He's fallen off huge. A lot of warning track power and his one stolen base as a center fielder. He should be playing. He should be playing in WBC, but I don't know anymore. Interesting storyline. Heading into 2026, a guy that's been on the IL 3 times.
Yeah.
That's not going to play many more than 100 games. Interesting. And is that right? He has one stolen base in April, right? That's insane.
Yeah, it's after his hamstring injury, he didn't steal a base. He hasn't stolen a base since.
Interesting. It's an interesting storyline.
Last
about
year, he
the
had
WBC.
16, by the way. I think.
Right.
He had double digits. He had double-digit stolen bases last year. I know that.
Makes sense. Yeah. It feels like most players do these days. I mean,
how
like
could you
everyone.
not? I mean, the bases. It's so much easier to steal bags. That's. I know I hate to say this, but like, actually, I don't hate to say it. Like, that's why the 50-50 season last year from Ohtani is just like blah to me, because the home runs is great, but it's not like this impressive. Oh my God, he hit 70 home runs and 50 stolen bases. I mean,
the 50-50 thing is so overrated in the history of like baseball context. I mean, the 50 home runs take nothing away from it. That's fair and legitimate. Yeah. The 50 steals it's like comparing the NBA before the 3-point line to like players before the 3-point line to players post 3-point line. Like it's different.
It's like now if a player hits 300 threes in a season, okay, that's like the norm.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, okay,
yeah,
like
it's not even an apple to apple comparison, but like I can't be sold on like the stolen base accomplishment is the same as like 1968 or 88 or 2008. Like it's
by the changed. Way, what all Ohtani did in the second half and closer to the end of the season last year is pad his stats. Jeez, say that 3 times fast. Pad his stats to make sure he got to 50.
Steals, you're saying?
Oh yeah, steals 100%. I mean, he's not
home runs.
Doing
You
that
can't
this
really
year.
Stat pad.
Home runs, no, you have to hit it. But he had a couple home runs there late in games that meant absolutely nothing. And
off a position player in Miami.
That was like the greatest game ever played by a player. It's like he hit a home run off a position guy. It's like
no, 47 Acuna is different because it was pre the rule change.
Pre-rule change.
Yeah, pre-rule change. No, you can't. There's a line of delineation. And the line of delineation is pitchers can't throw over. You can't disengage, right? All but 2 times. And the bases are bigger. Okay. So it's obviously easier to steal today than it's ever been in the history of the sport because they wanted to add running into the game. They don't want the true outcomes. They want to have running a part of the game. By the way, it's worked for baseball. There's way more. Stolen bases have to be way up from 2020.
By the way, I don't want this to turn into like this is shit on Ohtani, but while we're doing it, whatever. Like, just a reminder, Shohei Ohtani last year in all of baseball didn't lead baseball in a single offensive category other than runs scored. So,
right. You're saying baseball. Yeah, he did in the National League though, right?
National League's one thing, and that's why it was stupid to be like, oh, Aaron Judge set the American League record. Like, are we really doing that? Are we really splitting up American League, National League? I mean, it's an even schedule now. So what's going on? Like,
right.
It's not like it was before. So yeah, I just look at all of baseball last year, and Ohtani didn't lead baseball in a single offensive category other than runs scored.
Yeah, it is kind of insane. That is kind of insane. Andrew, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super. He says Merrill still has a 1.8 WAR this year. People should relax. He's a good defensive player. He has had a level of value, obviously, on offense. He hasn't worn this team down offensively. He's been fine. We've talked about this before. Like, his numbers bear out. The doubles are a good clip. The RBIs are a good clip for the 90 games, right? He's got 50 plus RBIs in 90 games. So he's provided value. He's taken a step back and he hasn't been fully healthy. But no, I think it's a fair point, Jim, that like it's hard to judge a player at age 22. Like, we said a lot of great things as a 21-year-old. Some people are saying, is he really that player? We don't know. We don't fully know, right? We need to let it play out over more than just 1 or 2 seasons.
Right. There's no definitive thing on what Jackson Merrill is or isn't right now.
I mean, here's the thing with Laker, EB, whatever. The point is, as everyone knows, it's hard to hit 50 home runs.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Mhm.
It's no longer as hard to steal 40 plus bases as it was. You know that. You're arguing with a wall. You're arguing with yourself because like everyone understands it's so much simpler to run today than it was 5 years ago. That's inarguable. The 50 home runs are impressive, which is how I started the point on Ohtani. Like you can't discredit 50 home runs, obviously, but I think the stolen base part of that conversation, the 50-50, I will say this. We're going to see there's no way that's the last 50-50 season in the history of the sport. And 40-40 is going to become more commonplace.
Mm-hmm.
I think both of those statements are true. 40-40 becomes more commonplace. And the last 50-50 in the history of the sport, it's not like we've seen the last it'll ever happen in the history of the sport.
Here's hold on, here we go. Here's how you know last year he just patted the fuck out of his stolen bases.
Okay, let me hear it.
Before that, his career high in stolen bases was 26. He had
Yep.
59 stolen bases last year. This year he has 17.
He's like just trying to like prove a point.
Yeah. That was a completely fabricated 50-50 BS. The 50 home runs, don't get me wrong, very impressive. But the stolen bases, he got that number up because, he could, because the base, it's just, again, he didn't even lead the league in stolen bases last year.
That's interesting. That's really, I didn't even realize that. I hadn't thought about it. I haven't really cared to think about it, but that's really interesting. All right, guys, do want to remind you about our friends over at Underdog Fantasy, the best and easiest place to play fantasy sports. They have three amazing offers going on for you right now. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds with our promo code. Get a 50% deposit match up to $1,000 with our promo code, and get a free pick'em with our promo code. What's our promo code? PODSWRAP. PADSWRAP. Click the link in the description down below. You can play across all sports. College football gets back underway on Thursday. WNBA is going on Wednesday. So with a free pick'em, they'll just give you like higher or lower than a half total point for one of these stars. So you can take that. In addition to that, you can play again across all sports. You can find the Padres for tomorrow against the Mariners. So you could take higher or lower on Cal Raleigh. Just take higher than a half home run just because it's fun. Do the same thing with Fernando Tatis Jr. Do the same thing with Machado and J-Rod. And if all that happens, that's a lot of home runs, but the ball's been flying out, then you can win big. Let me get rid of this Asia Wilson pick. But if all that happens, $10 pays $1,200. If those 4 homer, even if they don't all homer, you can flex it. You don't even have to get them all right. You can still win up to $720. So use our promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Take advantage of all those offers at Underdog by clicking the link in the description down below.
Yep. Scan the QR code above my head here. We'll take you to the App Store. Download Underdog Fantasy. Use our promo code PODSWRAP when signing up. Start playing and winning today.
I mean, this is kind of funny. I mean, it's true. I mean, it puts things in perspective. It's fair.
50-50 is overrated. Great take, fellas.
I mean,
yeah,
it's
overrated.
It's kind of a hot take. Nobody would say it publicly because everyone like bows down to him. But like it's not what, if it would have been accomplished in '88, it's a much different accomplishment. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
It's way different.
The 50-50 year is an overrated season from the standpoint of not saying it wasn't a great year. It was a great year, but to dub it the greatest season in the history of the sport, to me,
when Judge had like a better year.
When Judge had a clear better year than Ohtani. I mean, the only thing that Judge didn't have was the stolen bases. Are we really going to say that his year was better than Judge because he stole more bases when it's incredibly easier now to steal base in baseball?
Like what do you not understand? Here's the thing. Take stolen base out of conversations moving forward to claim remarkable baseball seasons is what I would say. Like take the stolen base out of the equation. Bat fan, 2 years ago, they changed the rule. Pitchers can only disengage 2 times. Okay. Secondly, the bases are bigger.
Yeah.
Guess what that means? There's less space to run between all of the bases. First is bigger and second is bigger, which means you're closer when you leave and you get there sooner. So if you don't think that's a factor, then I don't know what to tell you. If they made the baseball bigger, guys would hit it more often. They made the bases bigger, therefore it's easier to run. That was before the rule change. I remember my first time watching baseball. 40-70 was before the change. Yes, thank you. Look at these bases. They're pizza boxes. Did anyone play Little League? Did you play in high school? Remember the size of the base? Like it's changed. I love this though. I mean,
I know.
I love how do you not understand that? Like,
I don't know,
I don't
how do we get on this
people,
topic? What the fuck?
Yeah, it was definitely you. You started going off on Otani.
I know it's my fault. Sorry.
It's 100% on you. But like, how do you not see that? Yeah, like this is it. That's all you need to know. Discredit them completely. I'll discredit them for forever. And I will say, when Tatis has a 30-30 year, I'll be the first to tell you that ain't a 30-30 year in 1988. I will tell you that.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like, you know, when the Gold Glove, or maybe you could argue now, like, but they use more analytics to give guys Gold Gloves. But back, like, however many years ago, I mean, Gold Gloves were given out based on like votes by managers.
Right.
And so like that's why the Gold Glove up until a certain point meant very little the last 15 years, because it's like Arenado got the Gold Glove every year at third base, and you're like, dude, what the F? Now it's more analytical based, so it makes it a little more important to win.
Here's the mic drop. When they changed the rule, stolen bases per team per game went from 0.5 to 0.72, aka they went up 50% in 1 year.
Yeah,
that's all you need to know. And guess what? When they make the baseball bigger, hits will go up, and when they move the mound,
yeah,
hits will go up or down depending on how they move it.
Do you guys know how many stolen bases Ricky Henderson would have in today's game in a season?
Well, you can't even have more than he had because he stole every single time. But your point's valid.
He would have 250 stolen bases in a year.
Right.
Like
Cal Raleigh next year. Exactly.
Cal Raleigh,
my point. This is my point.
Like the stolen base now. I mean, I think Xander Bogaerts this year is like damn near perfect in stolen bases, right?
Well, I'll give you one. You want the most ridiculous one in baseball? Here's the second mic drop of the night. And this is how the show ends. Okay. Josh Naylor, the slowest player I've seen in my life, has 22 stolen bases. We will see you tomorrow on John and Jim. 2 p.m. Join us post game. We'll have full reaction. Josh fucking Naylor has 22 stolen bases, I think, in 24 attempts. If Tatis ever... I mean, we might see a fucking 60-60 year at some point.
The only reason why 100-100 season would be impressive is not because of stolen bases, but because of the home runs.
Hendrick says if Tatis ever hits 30 again. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a fair point. I would agree with that. Guys, you know the deal. Subscribe. We love you all, even though we like to argue with you as well. Subscribe here on Content for Padres fans and baseball fans. Smash the like button. Follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the super. Thanks for here on replay. Thank you to those that have become members. Support our partners. Call Mark Nimitz and talk to him about your 50-50. Call Mark.
By the way, why are so many Dodgers fans watching us right now? Jeez.
I don't think there's that many.
There's a good amount. I see a lot of like LA, whatever in the chat.
Yeah, right. Support our partners, whether you like the Padres or with the Dodgers or whomever. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, Hamul Casino, Lucky Box, SeatGeek,
Virtual
Underdog
Discourse.
Fantasy.
Peace the fuck out.
Wait, hold on. Padres win 7-6. Josh Naylor has 22 stolen bases. This is the wrap-up show. Peace.